Hello, EDLS 710 candidates. Uh, it's Dr. Palermo with your week 6 instructional video, a little bit of a comment and introduction and reminder about uh, assignments coming up too. Thank you for a fun weekend in Goldsboro last weekend. Denny and Janice, you were missed. I'm going to start here on this face-to-face folder from last weekend and say to Denny and Janice, and as well as anyone else who wants to revisit what we did, the lesson plan is a generic overview of what we covered. There's some interesting reading here. There's some explanation about the leadership interview, and I'm going to just say something about the due dates there. A bunch of links and stuff about curriculum and instruction, access to curriculum here that I would advise or suggest that you peruse at your own time. This is a very interesting video, and that gave us a springboard for talking about access to curriculum and good instruction, and perhaps about the achievement gap. So I think that's 20 minutes well spent. And thinking about your dissertation, here's another 20 minutes that I interviewed Danielle Greer about her dissertation proposal. I hope it might inform you about your journey. But as far as week 6, let's see. You have some upcoming assignments and due dates, and I wanted to remind folks about those, whether you were at the weekend or not. Many of you presented, and we talked about drafts of your SAP-B, and so if you want to combine SAP-A and B and turn it into me, great. Many of you got a good start on the kind of literature review of best practices that is meant to be the SAP-B. In SAP-A, you're auditing your system, whatever the system may be, read about it and make sure that you're talking about best practice in B. Then the leadership interview, again, is meant for you to do one, not multiple, one interview of an effective principal or central office leader in curriculum and instruction. There's a set of questions for you to springboard from. You don't have to stick with those, but do write up the interview, please. Tell where and when, and load that by July 17th. SAP C, D, and E are due for some formative assessment to me on July 24th, so that'll be after the CILD conference, but we'll look at drafts then. So do try to have drafts of C, D, and E for us to share with one another. You don't have any formal time to meet during the CILD. I'll give you feedback on yours if you want it then. And in EDLS, you are to be thinking and working on your dissertation as well when you have time. After the SAP, work on that annotated bibliography and get 10 more resources, including 3 dissertations, and summarize 3 of those dissertations by July 10th, please. And give me your work in progress by the end of the semester, wherever you are in your proposal. If it's an outline stage, fine. If you have written more, chapter 1 and 2 and more, share with me what you've got, and I'll give you some feedback on it. We are looking at our textbooks again, and chapter 6 is where you should be in Ellie Drago-Severson et al. Learning for Leadership. Chapter 6 is several different leaders' case histories or case stories. They did it in their schools, and hopefully you can identify with some of their leadership and their feedback on their opportunities, on their attempts to build capacity in their schools using the pillar practices. So what are 2 insights that you've learned from those case studies? Share them with others and load that in the discussion, please, for this week. The leadership interview is not due this week, but I wanted you to know about it and get started on it. It's due at the end of the week 8, July 17th. And again, the system analysis plan is coming up in another week, and I would like to see a draft of your A and B, or B as a standalone. So thank you. I hope you have a great week. I hope, again, that you'll be planning some time with family and friends for fun and relaxation next week during the 4th of July week, too. So no work you're not going to hear from me next week. Do keep working on your grad work. Thanks. Have a wonderful week.